Good afternoon, morning, evening, night, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this episode of the Jar Media Podcast.
Hey, and welcome back to Dick the Heads road show. On this episode, James should be hosting, but he pussied out again.
I know there was no agreement prior to us to me being here that I was gonna.
Yeah, because every time you've babied out.
Not
the two
at
times
all.
prior.
I'm trying to put the mic in front of your mouth.
Yeah, James, I feel like I have to tell you this every 2 episodes, but it's this bit here you're talking to, not this
Hello,
bit.
guys.
And you're going to push the table over. Just
That was
good.
me,
It's perfectly set up.
Nope.
You don't have to touch it. You don't have to do anything.
I fucking hate this mic setup.
Why? It's
What?
perfect.
It's shit.
It's a perfect.
You
mic
literally don't
setup.
have to touch it. You don't
This
have
is
to do
great.
anything.
The grass
This
is always
is great.
greener. Do you remember how it used to be?
Yes.
Like with the mics in the corner.
We had
Rain
one.
See, the reason the table
falling
always
up.
like moves around and nearly falls over is because you're always pulling on it and playing with it.
Well, I have listened. I do watch the JARCASTs, and normally I'm really quiet.
It's your fault then, isn't it?
Yeah,
Speaking
it's,
into
it's
the
your
wrong part
fault
of the
because you talk
microphone.
into it into the wrong bit.
Where do I talk then? Here.
Look at the dot, the gold dot.
I've described it so
Okay,
many
I
times.
always talk
Like,
here.
just put it up a little bit like that.
It's
then.
because
That
I'm
helps.
unlike you
Jesus
guys.
Christ.
I'm actually like animated, like an anime character, so I actually move.
We are all animated. I'm constantly looking around doing.
No.
Welcome
Fucking
back
gay
to the
boys.
Rode NT1-A microphone review. Alex, 5 out of 5.
Yeah, I'll give it 4.
Do you remember when we had
Jim,
1?
12 out of 5. Ruben, Dark Souls 3 out of 1. All right, James, what do you have to say about it?
We
Nope,
had
don't care.
one
You're
mic.
a subhuman.
I'm Alex.
Exactly.
James is animated
Fuck.
like anime.
So
Back off.
You know when we had one mic
Should we-
and all 3 of us used to talk into one mic?
for those of you just joining
Yes, I
us,
do.
we used to have one mic that all 3 of us would speak into. yeah.
Well, they shouldn't be joining us. They
What
should
do
be
you mean?
starting from the beginning.
No, they should.
Fucking
people are
OGs.
just for just joining us, alright?
Nah.
They're just people. You got to introduce yourself to
You
new
do-
people.
No, but the thing with podcasts is you don't go backwards. You can't go backwards from a podcast.
yes, you can.
What are you talking about? I have
Like-
for like every podcast I've listened to.
No, because when it gets to the early stages where I'm like, I can't be fucked to
Hey,
watch
guys,
this. It's too different.
Remember that when you're watching a TV series, you can't watch it from
You
the
can't
start.
go back.
You have to watch
You
it
gotta
from the most
start.
recent. If the show has ended, you watch the last episode, and
And
you
that's
infer the rest of it yourself. You make it up. You headcanon it. Just fill it in with whatever you want.
In my defense, that's not even. That was a joke, but I'm saying like the only podcast I really listen to, it's like the really old stuff is kind of shit. So it's like it's different. It's like someone watching this and then watching the first episode. It'd be like, that's fucking shit.
No, that's like started from the bottom, now we're here.
But they
To all of the people that have watched every episode and anyone that's gone back and watched every episode from the start, not just people that have been here since the start. Hell yeah.
I have something I need to address.
How many episodes are you in, by the way?
And then 127.
Yeah, I
I
think
have
so.
something I need to
127.
address.
I thought we were on 200.
Go on then.
Yeah, what is it?
2 episodes ago, Venom Poo Poo or whatever, when I was talking about the Venom movie, I mistakenly referred to Riot as Carnage, which upset quite a few people, so fuck off, I really don't care.
How the fuck are you even meant to tell? Is it by his iconic slightly darker shade of red?
Can I just
That
drop a truth bomb
What
on
colour
our
even is
viewers?
Riot?
Okay.
Spider-Man villains fucking suck. All of them. All of them dog shit. Name a good Spider-Man villain.
Doc Ock.
Complete shit.
Goblin.
He's
I'm just
just
going to say anything and you're going to reply with complete shit, so I can't win.
I like the Hobgoblin because he's a green goblin but with a pumpkin.
I like the Hobgoblin because he's James Franco.
Remember, wait, hang on. Which one is the one with the pumpkin on his head that's in... Remember the old 90s one? The old 90s Spider-Man? It was all...
Surely that's Mysterio.
No, he has a bowl on his head. This one was when you like glide around in a weird orange...
Oh yeah, that would be
sunset.
Hobgoblin probably.
It is Hobgoblin. Okay, just making sure.
I
Yeah,
prefer-
Mysterio. He's a good one.
Dog shit.
To be fair, I actually think the Spider-Man villains are alright. They've all got good
I
potential.
like
They've all got
Spider-Man
potential.
ones.
They've all got potential.
I'm a vampire guy, I don't like that one.
Is that? I thought that was just some stupid shit they put
No,
into
I'm
the
pretty sure
Spider-Man
that's
3
real.
Wii game because they
And
just
then
didn't know what to
I
do.
don't really like Craven very much, from what I know.
What's Craven?
Hairy Man, isn't
He's
he?
the guy who has like the lion thing. He's
Can I say I have no fucking clue what you're on about?
Spider-Man villain.
James agrees with me,
Spider-Man is like the most forgettable shit. It's like who the
That
fuck
isn't.
gives a
Spider-Man-
shit about
and
Spider-Man's
most
forgettable.
famous-
Yeah.
superheroes of all time.
Spider-Man,
Means
great
nothing to
character,
me.
super unique. Like,
Yeah, but like... Loads of things that you like mean nothing to me, but they're not
Everything I
like
like.
forgettable.
Everything I like.
Well, how
is
many
forgettable
like
to you.
throwaway bad Batman villains are there? So
Yeah, but
many.
the
Yeah, the fucking
the-
kite man.
Yeah.
no, but the good like iconic good, you know.
It's way
exist.
better than
Yeah.
Spider-Man iconic.
And there's more really good Batman than any other superhero.
Really good Batman what? Because they're all Joker stories.
No, I mean what each character represents as a parallel to Batman. Like, what does the Scorpion dude represent?
Because the tone of Spider-Man's entirely different. He's a school kid, and the whole allure of Spider-Man is that all the villains are just like these bank robbers.
No, I know, but I mean, the ideal villain is like a mirror image of the hero, right? But
Yeah,
not too blatantly.
Yeah, Venom.
Well, sometimes the best ones, the ones that aren't mirror images, like Daredevil and Punisher have a weird relationship, don't they?
They're
Sometimes
not. That's
bad
not
to
like
each
hero
other.
villain. Surely, Daredevil's is the fat guy.
Kingpin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was just
Kingpin's
thinking,
in Spider-Man
it's
as
just
well.
because you said sometimes the
Mhm.
best villains are the ones that are mirror. Sometimes they're the ones that like they have a fucked idea
Well, no,
of the same
best.
goal.
The
kind of
best
thing.
is Magneto and Professor X, in my
Yeah.
mind.
I think the best is Commander Shepard and Samhain.
Who's Sauron?
Exactly.
Actually, who is
Oh,
Sauron?
he's
that's
the
the-
baddie of Mass Effect 1.
Mass Effect
Oh,
1.
right, yeah.
Yeah.
Has a good theme. That's all that matters. It's, if a Spider-Man villain does not have a good theme, they don't exist.
I'm just watching those
They're
fucking
annoying
Spider-Man video
people.
game trailers. I'm like,
Ow.
man, lame alert.
What does Mr. Freeze reflect in Batman? Batman's really like hot, right? Mr. Freeze is really cold.
Yeah, there
That's
you
it.
What does like Two-Face reflect?
The dual thing of Batman being Batman and Bruce Wayne
He reflects
And
having two
Harvey
faces
Dent
on one.
is Harvey Dent and Two-Face.
What about Penguin?
Penguin,
He's a
like
bit
short.
he's like
And Batman's
he's
tall.
sort of an orphan because his parents didn't give a shit about him, like in a different way. He's a millionaire, rich kid, but
Scorpion,
he
right?
went down a different path.
Scorpion bloke reflects Spider-Man because spiders are like horrible and scorpions are also horrible, just a bit
Both
different.
arachnids.
Scarecrow's thing is all about fear. What does Batman do? All about fear. You know, the list goes on.
What about Kite Man, bro?
Kite Man, both have
Part
capes.
that you have to admit is that you're way more familiar than Batman and his backstory than you are with
No,
Spider-Man.
but I mean, like those.
If you'd read Spider-Man and like Ultimate Spider-Man and all the different stories, I'm sure you.
Maybe they do more interesting things with it, but I mean, just from the character design, like even often to the name, like you can see a connection immediately.
Mr. Freeze, you can tell it's Mr. Freeze without even
Well, but-
knowing Mr. Freeze.
We Alex just named one off the top of his head that you think I couldn't give an answer for, and
Catwoman.
immediately, Catwoman, fit as fuck.
So well, then they fuck. It's pretty fit.
What about the puppet one?
Puppet one, the ventriloquist.
Yeah.
Again, like I
You're
said,
still a child, mate. Still a child, says Batman at
yeah,
heart.
there you go. No, but like I said,
I'm just playing
not,
devil's advocate. I really
not
don't
all
care.
of them are
that
going to be
up.
great.
That last bit, I have no idea.
There's more great than there is in Spider-Man.
So anyway, it's JARCAST episode 127. I don't know if that counts as a really prolonged opening.
To be
Or what?
honest, the only thing Spider-Man's good for is parody porn comics.
So yeah,
Okay.
this is James, Jamie, Alex, and me, your host, Batman.
If
You're
you're
not the
hosting, we
host.
gotta swap seats, my
Yeah,
boy.
get in that chair, bitch.
I don't think it really makes a difference since we both speak pretty much an equal amount anyway.
Not
Unless
true.
you want to just swap chairs.
I'm fine, man.
No, I'm
we're
fine.
Swapping,
I'm happy
innit?
being sat. No, I'm happy being sat here now though. Like, but next cast, if James doesn't sit there because we don't manage to bully him into it, I'll sit there.
It's fine by me. I always like going on podcasts where I don't have to host it. It's the best.
No, it's not.
It is the best.
God, what a tough life you have.
Oh, poor
Oh.
baby.
What?
He says that
No.
like we don't. At least Jim and I. James is a little bit iffy. You say it as if Jim and I don't consistently.
No, so right now,
co-host.
in the early days, it was a
Well, yeah,
lot of
you were
work.
a YouTuber aficionado at that point.
I was a fucking baby, Alex.
I was just a kid
I didn't
sitting
have
on
a
the
voice.
floor.
Yeah, we were all just kids sitting on the floor.
I'm sitting on the
We grew.
floor.
No, it's looking at the floor.
Yeah, but
Sitting on the
he's adjusted it.
floor.
He's done a remix for this
Oh,
edition.
shit.
Oh, I should probably just download the Reddit app. so
My
I can look at the
Eurobeat is
jar edit, shouldn't I?
fading.
I've got it.
Oh no.
But I
Wow.
just should do it, so I actually look at the Jar Media
So
Reddit.
has anything happened since we last recorded?
When did we last record?
Played through
Friday.
Doom and Tomb Raider.
Have you finished Tomb Raider?
Yeah.
You finished
Oh,
Doom?
oh, you did it?
I got Rise of the Tomb Raider there now. I got
Alright.
my
Is it
free.
out?
Got my
Fuck.
free. No, this is the second one. I never
That's
played
Oh,
the
shit,
one
I'm
with the
thinking-
shadow of the
Yeah,
Tomb
That
Raider.
one. They all the same.
I wonder what the next one will be.
Dawn of the Planet of the Tomb Raider.
The essence of the Tomb Raider. It's an abstract art piece. You're just kind of like a grey blob.
Rise
You're
of the
just a
Planet
woman
of
who
the Tomb
falls into a
Raider.
river, then gets impaled through a spike. That's
I died really violently just about an hour ago on Rise of the Tomb Raider, and
Oh, yeah.
I fell into a spike pit. It goes through her head, and she's like looking at the camera, and it's like it's not as bloody, but it's pretty like hideous, pretty horrific.
That
But,
one where she
yeah.
falls in the water and gets impaled like through her head,
Oh,
and
yeah.
she's like going.
Yeah, there's one.
She's like
where
trying to pull herself off the pipe.
Yeah.
You're like
So-
parachuting, similar thing.
Yeah,
Through
yeah.
Through the gut. She's like, and then just dies on it. Just never. Her body
Why are
never
they?
found.
Why are they in a Tomb Raider game?
Because it's trying to make
Because it's supposed to
Tomb
be
Raider
like
more
dark and edgy,
yeah.
wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Not the
Yeah. Doom,
ones.
fucking awesome. Tomb Raider, pretty fucking awesome as well. Different kind of awesome.
Mhm.
Tomb Raider was just a very satisfying experience, but so was Doom. But it was also
Somebody
fucking
sexist over here.
awesome.
I'm looking forward to the new
Doom is just probably just a better game than the first Tomb Raider, like the first of the new ones.
Depends what you're after, I guess.
I was very happy for different reasons with both of them, but if there was one I liked more, probably Doom.
fucking good
Yeah.
soundtrack.
Fucking awesome.
Um,
And now I'm looking forward to Doom Eternal
Don't know about
and the next Tomb Raider, whatever it's called. The essence of the Pirates of the Caribbean of the Tomb Raider.
Indiana Tomb Uncharted. What are you going to say, Jim?
real quick, a couple of episodes we talked about No Man's Sky,
Mm.
Yeah.
and since then I've played it a bit.
Since the update or whatever.
For context, I've never played the game before the update.
Yeah.
Don't like it.
Do you regret buying it?
Yeah, I do. I absolutely do.
Did you buy it on
why?
Steam?
Yeah.
What's
Okay,
wrong
I
with
can
it,
play
bro?
one, so I can.
Huh?
What's wrong with it, bro?
Um,
What's the matter with No Man's Sky?
I think it might be partly because I've played Elite Dangerous, which to me is a lot better.
Really?
One of your cables on your thing is hanging. The one furthest away from you on the bottom needs to be pulled onto its hook. No, your wires, your little elastic bands. No, Jim, closer to you.
This.
Oh, that.
This one.
Yeah, I just noticed it, and I was not.
I thought
gonna
you meant
hand
Jim's
this.
mic had been unplugged.
No. I probably should have been more specific. Sorry about that, everyone. Carry on, Jim.
Drink.
It feels really restrictive. I find the dialogue stuff when you talk to NPCs is super pretentious. It's
What, for the story?
yeah, and because there's this interesting mechanic where you talk to an alien and you don't know what it's saying because it's speaking an alien language, and you get one word every now and again.
And it
So-
says to you oh, the alien looks kind of annoyed, but he's gesturing at this. What do I do? One of those.
Okay.
Really
But
trying to
it's-
do the role play thing, except it's
Yeah.
kind of shallow at the same time. It's weird.
That's it's a quality of life thing when you've done it 50 times, and every time there's this block of text you have to read through. It's just give me what I want in the end, because this game is a fucking grind.
Yeah.
And doing every little thing, taking off, you need this shit, so you've got to sit on a planet for a while, grind the shit out,
I modded that out.
which I've got as well.
Yeah.
And I'm just talking about base game here, the sort of things they themselves should change, not modders.
Mm-hmm.
Inventory space is way too small. You can't carry enough shit.
It's quite insulting to your time, isn't it? That game.
It
has
really
no
is.
That's my problem with
appreciation.
Destiny too.
Yeah. Well, it feels like it's just another Destiny, and I struggle with even playing games like that now. And I know I put a lot of time into No Man's Sky, but I already had it, so nothing to play.
And another thing, the intrigue is so much lower than in Elite Dangerous, because the stuff is super abundant. You go to every planet, there will be old shit from an alien race long forgotten, every planet, all this shit, that no matter what planet you go to, you can guarantee you'll find there's already a settlement there of aliens, but it'll say you discovered that planet. So that just like completely breaks immersion.
All right.
And it's just shit like that. And the flying is fucking horrible. I've done it on mouse and keyboard. I've done it with a controller. Both are just dog shit.
The ship and the ship combat is even fucking worse.
I've done one tiny bit of ship combat, but there's just nothing pulling me to want to go back to it. I actually bought Elite Dangerous because I was like, I want to do some space exploration, maybe try out a bit of combat this time.
Mm-hmm.
And No Man's Sky is not giving it to me. So, I mean, hopefully they'll continue like making improvements.
Well, the game has been now updated to the point it should have been at release.
At release.
Yeah.
But even then, like,
it still is a little rough.
It's not
around
worth the hype
well.
that it was.
It just seems to me like it should be a 15 quid kind of
indie kind of game.
Yeah, I mean, luckily I didn't buy it full price.
It's very steep, isn't it? 30 quid or something?
It's £40.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
£40.
I thought it was 30.
I got it on deal. It's £40 ordinarily.
Gosh.
Which is way too much.
Very steep. That is very steep.
Considering that you're going to be doing the same thing over and over, and the progression, I don't know if like end game stuff is way more interesting.
Well, I don't know, because like there was a duplication glitch, so I immediately acquired like hundreds of millions of credits, bought a bunch of shit, and I was just like, so I guess this is what the end game probably feels like.
I mean, at least in Elite Dangerous, you look at your ship, you fly your ship, and it's like,
this is kind of personal to me.
That's personal to you, and it's a huge step up from what you start with.
Mm-hmm.
But I bought like a ship in No Man's Sky.
They don't feel any different, do they?
No, they don't feel any different. Most of the ships just look kind of eh. Cause are they like procedurally generated?
Within reason, there's different components that will match up with other types of ship. Yeah. Within set parameters.
So they some will look all right,
and some don't.
Most look lame.
Meanwhile, like Elite Dangerous ships, they all look really fucking.
Like Elite Dangerous ships, every interior
is designed
is designed uniquely, and they look awesome. And I mean, the updates that they're adding to Elite Dangerous are way more impressive to me than what they've done with No Man's Sky so far.
I'm really holding out for Elite Dangerous crossplay so that I can have all my progress, because I refuse to like lose that. There is a way of doing it, but you have to lose everything you did and you get a load of money. The point is, No Man's Sky, pretty lame actually.
It's the classic trying to do everything and doing none of it that well.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got to focus, man.
Because I have this, like a Destiny type game will come out, there'll be something about it I find intriguing, and so I'll play it for a while, and then after like, let's say I play like 40 hours of it, I'm just like, this is fucking just like Destiny, man. That's all this is.
So many games are just a grind now.
Like Assassin's Creed Origins is another one of those. I played it and I wanted to like it because I liked the setting and I was actually kind of interested by the story for once, except they lock it behind having to be a certain level or else you'll just be killed instantly by everything in an area. And how do you level up? Oh, do boring, unengaging side quests. And guess what? What's that? You've got to run to every single one. And it's just that,
It's just Assassin's Creed then, man.
But it's No Man's Sky is the same thing. You want to do this? Yeah, I want to do that.
The best
guess what?
thing.
You got to do this thing, and then this thing, and then this thing, and then you'll fucking do something else and forget about this thing.
The most entertaining moment of the game for me was when I first went on. This would have been dog shit, by the way, if the circumstances were different. If I was playing this game solo, I probably would have refunded the game then and there.
Really?
Because it puts you on a random planet in the universe, and that planet could be minus 200 degrees, which means your resources are just going to deplete, and then you'll die. Which is what was happening to me when I first spawned.
Mm-hmm.
But I was playing with with Ruben and our friend, Matt, and they came and saved me, basically. But that was engaging, like, I'm in danger, I've got to...
But imagine that same scenario in Elite Dangerous. How much cooler it would have been if I was like, Jim, I'm 3 hyper jumps away, and it's not like, guess what? Sorry, Jim, got to stop on this planet. Got to build, get some this, make them. Oh shit, Jim, I can't take off. Sorry, I've got to make some Starship launch fuel. Give me a second. I'm dead. Oh, all right. Well, I tried.
Another thing about Elite Dangerous, it's like death has a meaning, so you don't
I don't
want it to
actually know what
happen.
happens when you die in No Man's
Nothing.
Sky. Nothing.
You die, and I think your inventory drops, and you can just go and pick it up.
Yeah.
That's it.
Meanwhile, I died in Elite Dangerous and never played it again because I was just like, I can't do this.
But I just like that Elite Dangerous is that sort of punishing. It doesn't like.
It's funny. This
It doesn't
happened.
baby you.
This was what happened. This is why I bought Elite Dangerous. No Man's Sky came out in 2016, and I got it, and I played it for like 8 hours. I didn't really care about. I was too curious, so the money didn't mean anything to me. I wanted to know what the fuck this game was because I was curious, and that I didn't mind. And I played it, and I was like, this is lame. And then I saw that Elite Dangerous had existed for a long time, and I was like, shit, I'll just buy that because I think it might have been on special at the time. So we bought that, and we started playing that because No Man's Sky sucked.
Yeah.
And now a similar thing has happened, except the leaps that No Man's Sky has taken in that time are much more significant than the leaps Elite Dangerous has made, which is, yeah, kind of disappointing, I guess.
Elite
Elite
Dangerous
Dangerous-
didn't need to make those leaps.
No,
though.
it started on a good baseline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah.
They didn't have to fight to try and get public perception back to be positive about their game.
So
True,
No Man's Sky out of 5 needs work out of 5.
Like 1.5 at the moment.
Yeah, I argue that's right.
It was a nice V8. Oh.
Fuck's sake.
Anyway, there's more I could say about it. I should take notes or something when I watch or play or listen to something that grinds
Annoys
my
you.
gears like
Yeah,
this.
I always say that, but you never do because you just are like, I hate
No.
this too much. I'm not doing it. And that's it.
I do it.
And that's why you're a bitter individual, isn't it? With a green cup. That's the sign of a bitter individual.
Can you drink the? Can you hold it properly instead of?
He's holding it how a Jarl in Skyrim would.
Yeah.
Except the Jarl in Skyrim would be like this. It'd be like not in the hand. It'd be just something like this or
I
something.
saw you were playing Skyrim.
I was playing Skyrim yesterday, and
Why?
It's because I got loads of stupid mods just to make the game more immersive because I don't like playing with like guns and shit. I walked into to meet the first Jarl, got into a conversation, then fucking teleported to the other side of the room and just fell on the floor. And I was like, okay, no, turned it off.
Really?
It's fucking shit.
I don't know.
No.
I've never heard of that happening. So
No,
that is ridiculous.
I just started talking, pressed the dialogue there, and just fell to the floor from the other side of the room.
Are you sure that wasn't because of a mod you had on?
No, I have no idea. But it's like
It sounds like an average Bethesda glitch, to be fair.
Yeah.
I've
God, they
done
grind my
that
gears.
part of Skyrim a lot of times, and that's never happened.
You can never predict what's going to happen, though. Every playthrough will have some bug that nobody's
it's
ever
like
heard of.
there's the weird
That
bug
will
where
happen
it's,
to you.
it's like you open a door and everything on like shelves will just go flying across the fucking room for no reason.
Dude, Bethesda grind my gears. I was playing Fallout 4 last night, and just having like a gay old time, enjoying it, like mindless fun.
Yeah.
And then I reached the city, and on PC, I don't know if this happens to many people, but it will just go, and the frame rate will drop from 60 to 5. And you can't get it back no matter what you do. You
No.
have to save and then load the save, but it won't come back if you go to a clearer area or something. And I was playing last night, went to the city, dropped to 5 frames. One of those fucking super mutants holding the nukes comes around the corner. So in 5 frames, I tried to go into VATS, shoot it in the hand. By the time all of that has gone through, this mutant is in my face and the nuke blows up and I die, losing loads of progress because I hadn't quick saved for a while. It's just like,
That actually happened to me on Xbox.
New
As you
Vegas
get to the town, it's
wouldn't have had that.
on just boom.
Fallout New Vegas wouldn't have had
No,
that.
but
on
Fallout-
console the
Fallout New
frame rate
Vegas,
drops.
it would have been impossible to
significantly.
shoot them just because you can't. You had to talk them out of it. No, don't blow me up. Please.
No, or you go into VATS and then you just get stuck looking at them as they charge towards you and kill you.
To be fair though, in my time with New Vegas, nothing like that ever happened to me. Like
New Vegas is just ugly.
it's really ugly.
That's all. It's
and the voice
crude and
acting is
ugly.
horrible, and the gameplay is disgusting.
But it's a good game.
but
Great
at least it
role-playing
runs on
experience.
PC.
Yeah. Jar Media is forming their own Rainbow Six Pro team, aren't we, guys?
Well, I would if I owned
with
the game.
with Matt, our aforementioned friend.
Yeah.
And me soon when I get the game.
We're gonna be our
Alex,
own
is it?
pro team.
Alex, you need to start playing that game.
No, I don't.
You do.
It's so not Alex's thing.
I absolutely do not.
He still needs to play it.
I think maybe if it was
I don't think so.
hand drawn or something, and it had Master Chief in it.
Yeah, maybe if it was an interesting
Ooh.
setting.
That's
Yeah.
something I've been
It
doing.
is an interesting setting. I find stuff like that interesting.
Yeah, the fucking Asian
Terrorist hunt. Or whatever.
That's something I've been doing
It's
since
not my jam. at
the
all.
last JARCAST. I've been watching a lot of The Act Man.
The YouTuber.
Yeah.
I've been telling you so long, Jim. You gotta watch the Act Man, bro.
What other Act Man is there? You said the YouTuber,
Yeah.
as if there's a different one.
He just wanted to plug his boy.
It's
Let everyone know he's a YouTuber.
No, because
Well, that'd
people
be
might not
perfectly
know.
okay. That,
People
exactly.
might not know what the fuck you're talking about. It
You're
could be anything.
You're plugging
it
your
kind
boy.
of-
I've been watching the Act Man. Could be fucking
It's,
anything. It could be like to some like American listener. They could be
It's
like,
just
"What's
that-
that weird like sitcom they're on about?"
It's just the way you said it.
Okay, anyway,
Like as
continue.
if
As if you didn't know
Um,
even, and you were questioning it.
as
Yeah.
you know, I had a feud with the Act Man that he didn't know about, but I did.
Which I always thought was complete bullshit.
It was complete bullshit because I'd never watched any of his videos, and Alex would always tell me about the Act Man, and I'd be like, "Oh, not the Act Man." But I've started watching him, and his videos are great. And
See, I told you.
he basically makes me feel good about my own opinions because everything he says is like, "That's what I thought but couldn't say."
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Good job, Act
Good tuber.
Man.
I watched every video by Internet Historian very recently. Do you know who he is, James?
No.
He just... I think he just knows a lot about the stupid shit like B and Paul have done in the past few years.
He
As
does
in
a
the
lot of
past, like-
research, like you can tell in the videos.
I've probably
Funny
seen one of
videos.
his
I really like his
Mhm.
videos. And I watched all of them.
I thought he was
In a day.
English for the longest time, but he's actually a Kiwi.
Yeah, you can hear it. He says like
Yeah,
like, eggs.
I thought-
says that,
yeah.
but he speaks with a really affected accent.
Because he sounds English, but then every now and
He's in
again it'll be
America,
like,
isn't he? He's in California, isn't he?
fuck knows.
It's probably just completely fucked his accent.
Yeah.
But he speaks like, I suppose he speaks like Colossus Crazy, but with a slight certain words, so like
With a twang.
Ian and egg and all that kind of shit. Funny YouTuber. Did a video with YMS as well once.
Alright.
Yeah.
I just watch Japanese videos at this point. No subtitles. I just watch Japanese car videos and can't understand anything. That's my YouTube.
It's kind of like, you know, when you're younger, you know, I read books that were like for the advanced level kids. I was good at reading. I don't know what you two did. And James was probably one of those kids that just read like books with pictures in, didn't even read it, just looked at the pictures. And was like,
No. No. I didn't read. I'm not giving
Even
you
look
about
at the pictures.
I didn't do any of that because I just didn't consume Top Gear. While you reading books, I was watching Top Gear. That's
I don't know what I watch on YouTube anymore.
Lego.
yeah.
Your Lego vid. But there are only so many Lego vids that can be released while we're waiting for new waves to come out. So
You and the guys, you and the community.
I'd say I've managed to chip my way into the Lego community a little bit.
How long until your channel just converts into a complete Lego channel?
I'm down.
Would you rebrand, change the name, or just leave it the same, but it's just about Lego? And that's it.
Yeah,
every video.
just Lego sets I hate.
why don't you have like a passion Lego channel, like your own little?
Because
Lego
I
stuff.
already made one of my hobbies into like work. I don't know if I want to make another
Oh no,
one
because
into work.
you don't make it into work. It's a passion. So you do it when you're.
No, it's
when
still,
want it.
you can make anything into work.
Like my car stuff, which I'm passionate about, which I'm going to make videos about, isn't going to turn into my job. It's just going to be a passion thing.
No, but if
You're
it
not-
did
Wait,
turn
you're
into
gonna
your
do
job,
videos on it?
When it's done, I'm going to make videos on my car.
Why aren't you making
You should
videos
do like
on it
a
already?
progress thing.
Yeah.
you should be filming it now. Yeah, you need all that B-roll, James.
No, because this is my first, so I want to, complete it and then.
But anyway,
move on
we'll
to-
continue on this line of thought after these messages.
I've got a really good question.
What's your
to
question, Jim?
spark a debate.
Go ahead, brother.
What's grosser? A fart from a skinny person or a fart from a fat person?
What do you mean?
What just makes you more grossed out?
Neither really.
skinny?
Neither really.
Yes.
To me, it's just farts.
You don't find either gross.
I don't find either one like more gross than the other.
What's the difference between
That's
a skinny
fucked up.
person farting and you farting when you do it incredibly loudly?
Are you implying that Jim's a fat person? Like,
No, I'm
to
implying
contrast
he's a
skinny
normal
person?
person.
There's like a fart spectrum though.
Yeah, but what is the size of the
discounting
person?
smell, just the existence of the fart.
Then there's no difference.
So like the most grotesque overweight person you can imagine, and just like a normal, fucking fit as fuck person.
No, like
No.
a really skinny person. We're talking extremes of
Oh,
body size.
anorexic and
Wait, are we talking
obese.
extremes
Well,
of body
not
size?
necessarily extremes, but just either spectrum.
Are we just talking some...
And this is
Yeah,
not
I-
body shaming, it's just your own like personal opinion.
we're allowed to body shame on the JARCAST.
No, we're not.
Yeah, fuck it.
What do you mean no or not?
I mean, I don't have...
What was
I'm
that?
totally out of this debate because I just don't... Either one, I'm just like, whatever.
It's a fart.
I have no
Mine's a
horse
fart.
in
It's a
this
fart,
race.
Yeah.
You
Jim-
guys are fucked up.
Jim, that
So
was
what
a
you want
shit-
us to say? God, fat people are absolutely
No.
disgusting.
No,
course
because
there's
so you want us to
farts
say
are worse.
skinny people?
no, I don't
That's
want you
disgusting.
to. I don't want you to say anything.
Jim
I
was
want you
trying to
to
trick
give
us.
Here's
your
my
opinion.
logic, right? I'm gonna say the like obese person or whatever because you're gonna infer from maybe their weight that their diet.
Well, that's
might
what
be
I was
worse.
thinking, but then
So
Jim
their
was
farts
like...
might be worse.
But then Jim just said the existence of the fart. So then I was
the
like, okay, let's do
existence is
so
what's important.
Yeah, that's why I thought of that, and then I
Well,
just didn't bother.
When you're taking that out of it, then it's
What's
a
the fucking
fucking
point?
pointless question.
It's not a pointless question. It's about how you perceive body weight and how your own
Well, why are farts? You're like...
your how
gonna say,
how
yeah.
your perception of what is and isn't healthy may be unhealthy to have those thoughts.
I don't know what you're talking about. I really don't.
Sure Jim just said a load of words then. It didn't mean anything at
Yeah.
all.
No, they didn't.
So
You should be sat in this
I think
host
there's
chair,
something that just triggers in my brain. It's like when it comes to skinny people farting.
It's because I just farted.
Well, that's what sparked the
I'm
idea.
okay. I'm
Okay.
skinny, but I'm not like super skinny.
No,
Kinda. Not really.
I'm not saying you're unhealthy or anything. I'm just saying.
We all know I'm unhealthy.
I'm just saying, like, maybe it's because I expect a fart from Alex and Ruben of like more portly,
Substance.
of more substance.
A more portly fart.
I expect a fart from them. It might just be you, to be honest, because I don't think I've ever heard you fart.
Yeah, I
until
don't
just
ever
Yeah,
now.
I don't
James
think I have
fart.
either.
That was weird.
So the Huel, James.
The hood is starting to affect me already.
That was a
Next
good
week,
subject.
James will come here.
Thank
and he'll
you,
Just be like really buff. So,
It's gonna be
Thank you, Futuristic Bagel, for that one.
Don't give Futuristic Bagel credit for something he doesn't deserve.
or one, probably.
Yeah.
Well, he's got it. So tough luck.
Should we get into some questions?
No.
Okay.
All right, James, give us what you got.
No, hit
Wait.
questions.
Alright, we're good.
So as
Can we go to
always-
Casper's though? Besides questions.
Shut the fuck up.
That's for after we finish recording.
Can we go to Casper's is a question. Can we leave this room? What
From
is stopping
Futuristic
you
Bagel.
from leaving this room? This is from
No, this is
Futuristic
one from
Bagel.
One with Knives.
Yeah, Running with Knives 99.
So this is the part of the podcast where you can go over to the Jar Media Reddit, leave your questions in the mega thread, and there's a chance we'll
Please
answer
do.
them.
You're gonna have to beat Futuristic a Bagel and Ones with Knives though.
The top comment is actually from Edgar Ostja, who says, "Do you guys have any interesting experiences calling the wrong numbers / being called by the wrong numbers? Asking because for my family something always happens. For example, this one time a random guy called my mum and asked, 'Is this Susanna?' She replied, 'No, this is not Susanna.' And the guy proceeded to lose his mind and started yelling that she was lying to him."
Well, yeah, because sometimes in work you sometimes just your systems out of date. You have the wrong number, so you naturally call the wrong number. It's just like, oh, wrong number.
Do you ever
I don't have any stories.
Do you ever like panic react if you do it, if you call the wrong number by accident?
I panic react no matter who picks up the phone, whether it's the right one or not.
'Cause I've done that before. I called the wrong number and I've heard a voice I wasn't expecting, and then it's just like hung up. It's like
I can't think of any because stuff like that I usually just get rid of from my head. I'm like, all right, we'll forget about this whole experience.
The only real story I have on this sort of subject, which I might have said in a JARCAST before, was one of those fucking numbers where they were like, hello, we hear you've been in a car accident that wasn't your fault recently.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, yeah, I have. My best friend died.
Yeah, I remember you talking about this.
And they sort of panicked and told me they're gonna get their manager or something.
Really?
Quick, now you speak. It'll panic him.
Hello?
Hello.
Who's this?
This is Alexander Beltman.
This must be a wrong number.
Jim, you didn't panic react. All right, we just disproved Jim's theory.
No,
of
I said when
evolution.
I call someone, I panic react.
Jim, call me.
No.
Good. I don't want you to call me.
Good answers, guys. Absolutely brilliant answers.
I don't call people because I don't like talking to people
Okay,
on the phone,
here's something for
basically.
you, right? Before we move into those questions, I just remembered. Do you remember being younger? You know, the summer holidays are more than... They're at the halfway point. They're more than half done. You know, it's back to shit, awful shit in only 2 weeks.
Mm.
And back to school starts appearing. Back to school sale. Those words struck such... Not
I still get
fear,
triggered a
or
little
to-
bit when
yeah,
I see in the
yeah.
supermarket
And
they've got all
I'm
the
a bit like
uniform.
Do you
Oh,
know
God.
why that used to always annoy me? Because every summer holiday I always had a goal. And to be honest, every single summer holiday my goal was to finish Final Fantasy 13. So by the time it got to the back to school stuff, I was like, oh shit, I haven't finished Final Fantasy 13.
That is upsetting.
And then
yeah.
I'd do it the next one. That was
You
mine.
never did it.
You've still not done it.
I couldn't get past
I did it last summer.
I couldn't get past the second phase of the last boss.
We should
even
do a
with-
That's
25-hour video where James plays
That is
it.
pathetic.
It's
I
not
modded it to
pathetic.
fuck.
It's a fucking
You
shite game.
made all your stats 99999.
pretty much.
That's why it's impossible then, because the bosses scale, you fucking peanut.
No, I think I only did it to lightning actually.
Anyway, what did that have to do with phone calls?
So back to school though, I just thought of it. I can't
Oh,
bother
it's your own
bother to
question.
explain the thought process. It was just something that came to my head.
Well, when is back to school?
I've
noticed
a
them.
while.
I've noticed them already in some of the supermarkets.
Yeah, there's about 2.5, 3 weeks left.
Good, they can all go back to school.
And yeah, that shit still gets to me a bit. I'm always like, no,
I
not
don't
back to
see it.
school.
I don't like
Not back
acknowledge
to
it.
school, please. Not back to school.
I'd rather go back to school than be
I
at
didn't
work.
mind the year 11 into 12 back to school bit because it was a bit more like, oh, this is going to be something different.
Yeah.
When it's just like year 8 to year 9, it's like, oh, more of
or
this.
10 to 11. That was bad. Or year 9 to 10 when they pretend that it's going to be something different, and it's like, it's not going to be different.
Was it ever different?
Yeah, but year 10, year 11 to 12.
They said I have to do
is,
geography again, year
not
10,
even
9
that
to 10.
different.
It was different for me because I wasn't even
Well,
in school.
yeah, it was different for you. But I mean, for me, it was still
I escaped
miserable.
through the floodgates on a motorbike, which I blew up.
I suppose I also moved schools, so that was a big change. We have a question here from Teletran Gamer. Have you ever been suspicious of someone and turn out to be right about them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Got any examples?
Can't think of any that aren't like too. Yeah.
When I was walking down Tesco's yesterday, I was in an aisle.
Which is what happens in shops.
I was walking to an aisle and I saw two chavs talking. I walked into the other aisles and then they were talking about how they're going to gang up on a guy and beat him up.
Nice. That's what I like to hear.
I'm struggling right now. But there was something really recently where I was like, see, I told you. And I was right, as per usual. But I can't remember what it was or who it was.
Who did you say I told you to?
I don't remember that either.
Yeah, man.
Maybe I can. Yeah, I might be able to remember. But can't really recount it here. Sorry, everyone. Just know that that's it. That
Yeah, normally if I'm getting weird vibes, I'll try and evacuate the premises. ASAP. On a similar vein, Scorpion Sandwich says, one of the teachers in my school turned out to be an actual murderer. I was wondering what teachers you hated most and why.
What fucking
More
country is that in? Yeah, why do you not?
murder teacher? Please.
Next time, all right, we want more detail on that next week. All right, what was their name?
Something Scorpion Sandwich.
Yeah, Scorpion Sandwich. More detail on
Send a
that.
direct message to IHE on Letterboxd.
I don't know if you can message people on
Can't
Letterboxd.
do that. So you can follow me on there though.
You can follow me on there as well, and Jim.
Most importantly,
Yeah.
Not me.
least favorite teacher.
All of them.
Oh damn, that's not true. You love the old Mr. G,
Is that the same Mr. G I was thinking of?
huh?
The like
Will be.
the bald guy.
Yeah.
Army Sergeant or
That
whatever
was
he
gonna be my one. What a fucking awful teacher he
he's
was.
the one-
He was the first teacher to ever give me a detention for not having colouring pencils.
Yeah, and he, weirdly enough, he came over to me and he was getting ready. He was like amping up to give me a detention for not having colouring pencils. But I went into my bag, pulled out Froggy. They're still
Get
in it.
fucked, Mr. G.
They're still in Froggy as well.
You keep them
You've
with you
never
at all
used
times
them
now.
though either. They're just the same. You've never used them.
No, because they used to be these ones. And look how short some of them are.
Shit.
Yeah.
Can I tell you a bit
God,
of
he
a
was a
hack?
real fucking cunt. That guy.
He was. Also allegedly a little bit of a pedo.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever
bit of a
acted.
perv.
Yeah, a bit
A little bit just a
perverted.
perv. Yeah.
Do you know what though? I never bought any of the equipment and I never got a detention.
He loved you.
But then he dropped me from set 2 to 8. So
But for a bit of context, he was like the design technology teacher, one of them.
Yeah, except
the
he-
woodwork.
You never got to
specifically
do
like
any woodwork.
metal work.
Yeah, but you never got to do any of it because he would just make you open up a textbook and copy drawings of different grains of wood. That was what my lesson. I remember.
He'd
that.
make us just do posters of the thing that we're going to do,
Mhm.
but that I never finished mine because of how much time we spent doing the poster of
because he just couldn't be bothered.
the candle like stand.
It's amazing how when you're young like that, you don't even question
I know.
you don't even bother thinking I should go complain about this teacher.
He was so bad.
It would just
But
be
everyone
lovely
knew.
to stand up to this bully and tell him what's what, you know?
apparently
Like-
some girl in our year threw a chair at him or something.
Right on.
He was like very controlling, and you could tell he kind of got off on it a little
He
bit.
did. He had a
Mm.
weird smirk about it all.
He was like an ex-army guy though, wasn't he?
Allegedly.
Yeah, if we could be a fly on the wall now, I bet the vibe would be like quite off that
it was
whole
always
thing.
and the thing is, like, he had a reputation throughout the whole school,
Mm-hmm.
And yet, and the teachers would have heard about it, and yet they didn't get rid. He wasn't gotten rid of.
Mm-hmm.
but like before anyone in your year had him,
You knew about him.
you'd go into
Yeah.
his class and nobody would talk.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone would just stay completely silent, just from his reputation.
It was
Like,
all
that's fucked
individual
up.
desks as well. No one could speak
Yeah.
to each other at all.
That's
I hope he's dead. I hope he died.
that's
excruciatingly.
like-
individual desks.
wasn't
It
it?
was when I was.
it was.
in
It
there.
was. I
was
was
for
there.
me.
It was 2 because the person behind
Are you
found
sure
my
this-
porn collection on my iPod.
Are you sure this wasn't in science though, and
No,
not?
you're talking about science. We're talking about in design technology.
No, in design technology, in the whatever the fucking building was called, where the
Tech-
benches we used
in
to
the
hang out
tech
with.
block. Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
Them on the bottom floor to the left. Those double
Yeah.
desks.
Well, he's not there anymore. Obviously. Went
Yeah,
a long time ago. We were
he's
still there,
like the teacher Roger Waters wrote
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
in Another Brick in the Wall.
Mm-hmm.
Roger
But that's
Waters
the
is
level.
like anti-him energy. Is enough to
Anti
just
Mr.
make him
G.
explode and die and vanish.
That's probably where he went, because he just vanished one day.
I'm gonna
pretty
find
sure he
out.
got
I'm gonna find
fired.
out what his actual name, what his name was, and we know what his surname was, but I never knew his full name.
No.
I'm gonna find out. I hope it was something like Francis, or like Percy.
Francis
Maybe
G.
it was Percy.
Richard.
No, nothing against Richards on this cast.
Oh shit! Sorry guys.
Merry Ship asks, you have complete creative control over a new TV show, however it has to be for 5 to 10-year-olds, what would you make the show about?
Drifting.
Argy.
So yours would be cancelled even before the pilot's finished.
Initial
probably.
D was very popular.
Not with
5 to
10-year-olds.
Yes, it was. It was aimed at a young audience. They love that shit. People trying to kill each other on the road.
James
you know?
so wishes he could have been around, like young in the 90s, or the 80s, 90s. He so wishes it.
I really do.
I fucking
Buy a
hate the
really cheap
90s.
886.
Lame.
I'll go back there one day, don't worry.
So it might
Are
be
you
about.
saying you're going to be like a time traveller? What the
Mine
fuck
would
were
be
you
about
implying?
Argy, Billy, they'd be the jar pets, and they go on cute adventures, and it would be voiced exclusively by
Richard Hammond.
We'd have different voice actors actually. Alex isn't allowed to work on it at all because he'd
It'd be too awesome and
It would just
successful.
be Argy the main character, and that's not fair. That's
like Alex
that's
can't
the
write.
thing.
Alex can just be a voice actor. You know, he can be Argy's voice. What would be? What's your Argy voice? What would you do for this TV show? Your Argy voice for a TV show?
It's pretty obvious what he's gonna do.
No, but
Not
come on.
his regular voice.
Hey, it's me. Argy the Corgi.
What is this, Detective Pikachu?
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no, no.
Oh no, no.
No, imagine it though. Like, imagine an animated show like the dogs in the JARCAST video, the animated one. I forgot the person who animated it.
Yeah, man.
That
Oh
was
yeah,
pretty sweet.
I meant to say about this ages ago. The bloody collaboration they all did, the Jar Media.
Oh yeah, we never mentioned
never
it.
mentioned
I
it
watched it again the other
because-
day.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we just never talked about
We
it.
forgot. Yeah, we watched it right before recording.
Yeah,
just
and
immediately
for some reason we forgot. And we were all like, that was
Well, don't
really
say
good.
it like
Damn.
that.
I was actually,
You make
I was-
us look bad, Alex.
I was a little bit like, I was actually kind of moved by it. Like, wow.
Yeah.
They did a really nice thing. And then we just all
Great video.
forgot. We all
is great.
forgot.
It's a really great
I
video.
like the stop
and all-
motion.
Yeah, that was good. But what happens
All
is we sit down
fantastic.
here and we immediately forget everything we were doing within the last 3 hours. And then we still just like, wait, what are we doing now? We're doing
Unless it's
cars.
Venom going, I'm going to turn you into a poo-poo.
Floating in the wind. It's not even a thing people say.
I'm
Like,
going to eat your
Apparently
legs.
it's from the comic.
And then
or
I'm going to
something.
eat your arms, and then I'm going to eat your face, and then you'll be a faceless, legless, armless.
there you go. There's
thingy
proof that
floating
Spider-Man
in-
villains fucking suck. Anyway, my show would be the voice actor of Sam Wise Gamgee. Him, just like,
So the actor.
yeah, the actor, just walking around like country towns, talking to old folk and sorting out problems for them.
Sounds very kind of 80s
Yeah.
television.
Yeah.
I'd just make
Jim
some...
lives a
It would
different
just be-
80s to me.
It would be.
You would want to bring back
No, I live
something
in
like
the real
Flapjack,
80s.
wouldn't you? Though you'd want some
I
like
want to do my own
I
thing.
live in the
hellish.
80s
You'd
too.
want a hellish kids TV show.
Flapjack wasn't hellish.
I wouldn't say Flapjack was for 5 to 10-year-olds. That was like 8 to 12-year-olds.
Yeah, massive difference there, but...
That is a massive, big old bloody difference.
What all you have to do to make a successful animated
you-
TV
you
show
just
now
Slender Man?
is be like self-aware and like
Why
really
is it Clark?
obnoxious and just like basically be Deadpool.
There was a bit in the Slender Man film where someone's scalpels awry, but there's loads of bits in the trailer that were cut out of the full film, and the film's really like fucked. Sorry.
It's not surprising. But
Yeah. Sony got cold feet and all that. Anyway,
Slendy.
yeah, it'd be about Slender Man, my animation.
It doesn't have to be. Does it have to be animated?
Yes.
yeah.
That's the.
Yeah, but of course I'm not gonna have like adults be in it. Live action like children. Fuck that, man.
No, wait.
Forget about
Wait.
it.
So does it have to be animation?
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
it was just complete control over a new TV show, but
Yeah,
it
that's
has
what
to
I
be
thought.
aimed for 5 to 10-year-olds.
Yeah, that's why I had the Samwise Gamgee walking about.
Or the actual character of Samwise.
No,
Or the
the actor.
Aston Martin or whatever he's called.
Just being a nice bloke.
Sean Astin, that's the one.
You know, like what was that show with the castle, like the big pink castle?
Raven?
Maury?
Yeah, what's the story of Balamori? Wouldn't you like to know?
Wouldn't you like to know?
No, actually, that show was shite.
Yeah, it was.
But imagine that, but good. And with Samwise Gamgee, the actor, not the character. Anyway, Go on, your Slender Man.
No, I
show?
wouldn't really do Slenderman. I'd just do some weird thing.
Alex would just make
Adventures of
One Piece.
Argy.
I've already got Argy.
Yeah, he did that.
Yeah,
Come
but
on.
I've got copyright of Argy, so...
Nobody's
I'll get another
copyright
corgi.
of Argy.
I'll get a better corgi. And I'll just call him Argy as well.
Give me a.
He just doesn't like you at all.
Fuck off then. Guys, I will
Yeah,
make
Argy.
guys fight you. Argy!
No, he's not interested because you've got unpredictable energy. He doesn't know what to do.
Good.
He doesn't want to come over here. Argy. Hey.
Is this video going to get copyright claimed because we sang the Balamori song?
Probably, yeah.
It's possible. Anything's possible.
Jar is choir. I think they spell queer, I think, as we used to spell queer, like quiet.
Nice.
What's something you consistently waste money on?
Car parts.
Hey.
What do you consider a waste of money?
Here's the thing.
Well, to a lot of people,
It's up to interpretation.
a lot of people
Hey!
consider what I spend on my car to be a waste of money.
Sorry for shouting into the mic, everybody. I'm trying to think of something.
I'd say various video game related things.
Yeah, that's
Where
probably.
it's just like, I want to play this, but then you just never find the time
Yeah.
to get around to it. You
I
just
have-
end
I
up
have
playing
that.
the same thing over and over.
I honestly think Game Pass is a good investment, TBH, for like random things that you don't really care too much about playing on your PC or whatever. But just it's because there's a bunch of shit in Game Pass. I work for Microsoft now. Xbox Game Pass. It's got all your favorite titles, and all you gotta pay is $7.99 a month.
Yeah, well, Xbox can fuck off, bro. It's all about that PC lifestyle.
Oh, look at
Yeah.
you, monster.
No, I'm with
Look at
Jim.
him. Look at
I'm
Jim
never
on there.
going to play.
Oh, I've had a PC for a month now with a graphics card, and I'm a PC elitist.
No,
Well,
I'm just a true gamer, and when I was capable of transcending to the next level, I took it.
To be honest, console gaming is shit. I'm never going back.
Yeah, put it there, boy.
I think it's really
Okay,
about.
see you in a month for Red Dead.
I'm not.
Oh, wait.
I'll wait till it's on PC, bitch. I'm not plugging my shitty Kinect back
I
in.
cannot wait to spoil it for James. I'm not going to spoil
I'm
it.
going to spoil it myself.
I'm not going to spoil it.
You are gonna
If
spoil
you-
it. Oh, Argy's-
If you spoil it for any of us
I-
in the group chat,
You will be off jar, and I
Yeah.
will strangle you.
yeah,
It's going in my bio, boys.
Your bio
But-
for what? Twitter?
on Xbox.
My bio for Twitter.
gaming. Cool.
My bio for
Right.
Twitter. Why Argy's fucking farted as well.
What do you waste your money on,
No,
bro?
he just smells a poo at the moment. That's all. He hasn't
I
farted.
think from an outside perspective, people would look at my Lego and say that's a waste.
I suppose, yeah, actually, I do buy records. I go huge spaces of time without buying any, and then I'll buy like 5 to like 8 in a very short space of time. It's quite a lot of money.
To be honest, I think
And I shouldn't do it because I always end up being like shit about money. And then I do that to myself.
I think it also matters the amount of money you spend, because I can guarantee I'm like 10 times higher than all of you in how much I actually spend.
But like my record collection means something to me, just like your car shit means something to you, and
Yeah.
Alex's
it
Huel
is-
means something to him.
I don't collect Huel, I collect Lego.
So it's not a waste at all, basically. We're
And
not wasting money.
Jim's collection of games I'll never play means something to him too.
They do.
No, it's from the way I
Firewatch
interpret this
sucks.
question is from
I actually played that.
So did
things typically people will be like, wow, that's a waste of money, and then they
What's
turn around and like order a Supreme t-shirt.
or like a Funko Pop.
Yeah.
Because
No, the only Supreme T-shirt. What?
Akira, is that it? You're gonna
No,
say?
the hentai one.
All right.
You know, it's that like mega hypocrisy thing that so many people have, where they're like
Yeah.
really weird about people like collecting or buying or spending
Well,
their money
it's
on
like
certain
you-
And then
things.
they'll be like, oh, I want the new fucking CK Calvin Klein fragrance. How many of those you got? 10. How much do they cost? 30 quid each. Fuck off, man.
People like think you're weird if you collect something that isn't like the norm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I guess that kind of is the definition
Like-
of weird. But I
Like-
mean, it's like it doesn't mean.
No, it's not even the
anything.
norm.
It's
It's,
the
just what
judgmental.
they
It's
think.
it's the judgmentalness, whatever of it.
But I mean, like if you collect Calvin Klein things,
We'll do it.
great.
Just don't be a
Fucking
penis
whatever.
about whatever
Just
anyone else is
don't get on
collecting.
my dick when I'm fucking buying Lego 24/7, bitch.
That's exactly. Thank you, Jimmy. You took the words right out of my mouth.
The exact words.
It's a good thing we got Jim here to fulfill the I don't know, stereotypically
The urban role.
the urban role.
Nice. It's all the same energy and thought process, and time and money. It's just spent in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
The car thing, the record thing, and the Lego thing, and the game thing. It's the same idea, just applied over different interests, different hobbies. There's nothing wrong with any of them.
If Ruben wants to play his rap music really loud from his record player, and I want to drive around the street really loudly with my car, they're the same thing.
I don't
One's
actually-
incredibly antisocial.
I don't have. Yeah.
No, it's not. Everyone loves my exhaust.
I don't have much rap music anyway on vinyl. I think
Oh yeah, he only has the Mass Effect 3 soundtrack.
I don't.
Fucking Halo 5.
No, it's the Halo 5 one.
I have a lot of records. Some of them are just bollocks and pointless, but others are not. And excellent.
You need to get the MF Doom one.
But do you know what I'd say?
What's that,
What would
Jim?
you say?
It's
Jamie?
only a waste of money
If you don't use it,
if
or
you
like
can't
it.
if you can't afford it.
Don't look at me. You lingered on me for too long.
No, it's because you were the only one looking at me. That's what I'd say. Because, I would say you were wasting your money on Lego if you had £200 in your bank account.
Yeah, and you're spending
And that's all you had, and you had very little income. That would be a waste of money.
Yeah, if you're
because
spending.
you need to pay for food, you need to pay for
Oh, I see.
drinks.
That's just being bad with money, though. Really.
Well, yeah. And as old Ben Shapiro would say, all poor people are bad with money. I'm not disagreeing,
Jim-
I'm not agreeing,
Jim-
I'm just quoting.
Have you ever been there when you've been like, I really want this thing, and it's just like, I might have to go into my savings a bit? Have you ever had that situation?
Yeah, but my savings
What about that thing
mean
that
nothing.
every millennial or whatever, every person our age is addicted to spending money because
Not
nothing
every,
else
just a
brings
lot.
them joy because everything
Hey,
sucks.
I save money. I just like having a car that's loud and antisocial. Jesus Christ, I'm going to spend so much money.
Anyway, when this cast goes out, I'll be seeing Brockhampton in London. I'll give you a review.
What's that?
Exactly.
Ruben being a typical wee girl.
What?
Just don't understand.
Is this
Like
cast
half the
over
things
yet?
James
Like-
said. We got
Oh,
a
no,
minute.
do you mean you can't understand? If you go on Discord and you go on, if you're in a fucking
But
server,
you've already
okay.
lost me. I didn't go on
Okay.
Discord.
Brockhampton.
Yeah, what
If
is
you go
Discord?
into any server and someone's listening to Spotify, they're gonna be listening to Brockhampton.
He does actually
Fucking
make a point.
guarantee. If I go on the Jar server,
They're like
fucking most of them
they're
are.
like the internet's favorite new thing. Ooh.
Well, they're a rap group. Or
Yeah.
something. Well, there you go.
But they're like soft boys who also do rap.
What does
So
that mean? They all use a lot of moisturizer.
Probably.
They're soy boy. They drink Huel.
Wait, so are you a soy boy now?
Oh no!
Oh fuck! Oh shit! You just got destroyed by Ben Shapiro using
Oh
facts.
shit!
I don't care about your feelings. All I care about is facts, baby.
Why is that so funny
What?
to me? Every time you quote that.
You know, I like Ben Shapiro's face photoshopped onto things. He's got a very funny little round face.
He's like a chipmunk or like a munchkin kind of.
He
He
is
is.
like a munchkin.
He's like one of the 8 dwarves or however many there are. Like the one called
I think
Jew.
it's 12.
Is it 12?
What are we talking about? The dwarves?
Yeah,
Or
the
is it
dwarves that
I
fucking...
think it's 13
Snow White?
actually.
Yeah, Snow
7
White.
dwarves.
Oh, I thought you meant the
I was closer.
I thought you meant the Hobbit ones.
Oh. You're such a fucking dweeb.
And with that, it's the end of the show, guys.
Oh.
Thank you for watching this episode of the Jar Media Podcast.
Before we end,
you are
Ben
animated.
Shapiro, if you want a right-wing speaker at one of your
It's a
events,
cute little Brit boy.
just give me a call. My number is 01111 111. Thank you.
Just want to say I'm really hyped to see Riot in Venom.
Fuck off, Alex.
It's carnage.
Thankful. Bye.
Thankful.
Bye.
Thankful, bye.
Why was this on the floor?